You know what? We're making another video. Feeling kind of sad, I'm gonna be honest. Today, I'm not gonna go into the situation. Today is somebody's birthday. Somebody who I'm not connected to anymore. Part of me is. Somebody I hold close, and I always will, but we've gone our separate ways. It's hard not going into things because the situation doesn't make a lot of sense when I dance around it, but it's not my stuff to discuss. It's not my business. But this person was special, you know? And I'm not, part of me's sad about the things that happened with them, but part of me is happy too that it was able to happen. And part of me is happy it's done. I think the right thing was for us to part ways. But that doesn't mean I can't be sad. You know, a lot of times when you stop talking to somebody in any context, I feel like today a lot of people just think it's normal for them to be nobody to you, no matter the situation. You know, your family, friends, ex, dude you knew on Steam, I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you held a relationship with somebody and in one way or another you guys part, grieving that is normal and wanting to preserve it is normal to me at least. You know, but people act like that suddenly something is supposed to mean nothing. Something that was really something is supposed to mean nothing. It shocks me, you know. But I've spent a lot of time reflecting on what happened between me and this person. And it was special to me, you know, and to them. But the best thing I could do, I think, you know, sometimes your communication and I don't know, just your relations with people deteriorate. And sometimes it's just better for both parties for the things to stop. And both sides don't always understand, you know. It's hard to make people understand because sometimes it's easier for them to not, which is reasonable, you know. Um, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to talk about how I'm feeling because I'm sad. This person was important to me. I'm happy it's their birthday. I'm happy for them. But I'm sad for myself. I'm sad for them too because a lot of important things in my life happened with this person. I'm not going to go into any sort of details. Like I said, it's not my business. If you know me, you know what I'm talking about. But if you know me, I also don't want you commenting on it or anything because it's nobody's business who is not directly related in general. You know, I don't like hearing what people have to say about it because it's negative every time. Um, but people, I don't know. It just feels like people believe after you let go of whatever you had with somebody that they're just not relevant to you or they shouldn't stay in your thoughts. But to me, it's something cannot just become nothing. Like I said, it's not how that works for me. Part of me is sad. There's multiple aspects to it. Part of me is at peace with it. For the most part, I'm fine with how things are now. But it's hard to know that with anything that's gone, usually, you know, there's bad things that go and you're happy. But with anything that was good, it's hard to know and really accept that things are done. I think one of the cats is moving around. But the best thing that could have happened would it have been done, you know? I don't know. I I'm bummed, but part of me is very happy because there's an endless amount of people that you can build any kind of relation with. Think about how many people 300 people is, right? In a room. That's a lot of people. And then multiply that by like 5,000 and then however many times it takes to get to however many people are in America alone. Let's Google it because I'm dumb and I don't know. Here. How how many people in America? North America, the US. 348 million people. That is an insane amount of people. Obviously, you're not going to meet them all. I'll probably never meet more than 5,000 people in my life. 8,000 people. I'll probably never know more than 1,000 people ever. I'll walk past 1,000 people, yeah, but that's not the same thing as knowing somebody. But it is beautiful to know that out of damn near 400 million people, you can build any possible kind of relation with an in, unimaginable number of people. Isn't that cool? It's kind of sad that things come and go, but it's pretty cool that things can come and go, you know? Because the going is sad, but sometimes the going is the best thing, and the best thing you can do is 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 the going. And then the coming start pause. And then things start come stuff comes around. Relations of any sort, you know? It can be friendship, it can be whatever. Like I said, dude on Steam, dude on Xbox. One thing, I've lost plenty of Xbox friendships because those dudes do not play the game anymore. PlayStation 2. Like I said, my fourth son is struggling, so I'm the guy who doesn't play the game anymore. I think there's a part of us that will always mourn what we had with anybody or with any object. Anything really. You can have a lot. Having something is almost arbitrary because you decide what having is. Like most things, it's up to personal interpretation. But like anything you have, you'll mourn it once it's gone. But the beautiful thing is throughout your life, you can have so much. And just having one thing the whole time in its own way, isn't it selfish? You know? Like, I guess give other people the chance to know what it's like to have something so great. Keeping everything for yourself is is bummy. I'm gonna be honest. It's almost the same as keeping nothing. In its own way, it's two sides of the same coin. You give everything away, you most likely don't appreciate any of it. You might. Obviously, that's kind of just like a general statement. But if you keep everything for yourself, at least to me, the interconnectedness of people experiencing something and sharing it, that's so much better than just keeping it all for yourself or never keeping anything. The sharing is the best part, you know? Anyways, I don't know. It sucks when things are done, but it's kind of cool that things can come and go. And it's in its own way really cool that we can feel anything when things come and go. That we can feel sad or we can feel happy or we can feel bittersweet, you know? And it's hard to get reminded of things. I know that. I'm reminded of this particular thing all the time because it wasn't that long. It's not been that long since the separate ways. But even then, okay. Project Pat, right? Project Pat said Project Pat's rich, so his perspective's a little bit easier probably, and he has a incredible job. Whatever. You got to mix the good with the bad, the smile with the sad. Know what you got, but remember what you had. Need I say more?